Imagine with me for a minute here on the 22nd of December that you wasn't feeling well. You were feeling a little bit strange, just feeling a little bit strange within yourself, and you decided to go to the doctor. And you go to the doctor, of course, you sit for a little bit, unless you've got buku bucks. If you've got buku bucks, you can actually call the doctor and he'll come to your home, right? That's the one good thing about having lots of money. Normal people generally go to the hospital. So you go and you get these exams done, and of course there's a waiting process. It's a waiting process. You go home, you're feeling really uneasy about you. There's something different about you. There's a different experience about yourself. You go back to work or whatever you do, and kind of life becomes normal again, right? For a few days. And yet, you're still going through this experience in your body, in your mind. There's something going on. There's something very unusual. You get home on Friday. You're kind of happy because you got through the week. You know, you cash your paycheck or whatever it is that you cash, and you go to get your mail. And in a kind of a special colored envelope that you've never received before, because you've never gotten results, you've never had to go to the hospital with such an experience. You open up this envelope, and it's a letter from your doctor, and he says, there's some important things. We took the results from your labs, and we've noticed some unusual activities. It's urgent that you come back to see me on Monday. Now you're thinking. Now your mind's rolling around and you're thinking. By the way, this is Santos Furlon Jr. If you don't know who I am, you're on my channel, Soldiers of Self-Mastery. Remember to subscribe, and turn on your notifications, and comment. Leave a footprint if you care to be heard, because it's going to help somebody else in the near future. And I'll generally respond to your comment. So, and remember to visit soldiersofselfmastery.com if you want to learn more about what it is that myself, Cephas, and myself are doing in the world of self-mastery and self-development. You go back to the hospital, you're in the waiting room, you're thinking, right? You know something's going on. You know something's going on. Now, prior to this visit, you've been living somewhat of a decent life. Maybe you've had a few dreams, or maybe you tried to write a book, or you started a project that you put off. And in life, we want to do more. We want to be better. We have dreams. Somehow we get distracted, people, family, or we ourselves aren't disciplined enough to carry through. You get called into your doctor, right? Maybe your doctor's name is Dr. Willow. Dr. Willow addresses you in the office. You see a little bit of a different change in his face, though. And he says, Mary, you've got cancer. And I'm sorry to have to say this to you, but you only have 6 to 12 months to live. I want you to think about that statement that I just made. You've got 6 to 12 months to live. This is a very frightening experience. This is an emotional experience that maybe you've never gone through before. There are all kinds of emotions going on right now in your body and in your mind, in your spirit, in your life. And your life is you're beginning to see things. As your doctor, as Dr. Willow is speaking to you, Mary, in the hospital, in that office, your mind, you're really not even focused on what the doctor's telling you or showing you, but you're thinking about something inside of your head, right? You were up here for a little bit and it just dropped. Now, I'm going to be ending this video soon. Santos, why are you sharing this type of a video, such a solemn video? The reason why I'm sharing this with you is because most of us, you're like me, right? We waste a lot of time. Time on this planet is so valuable and so precious, but yet we have forgotten the value of time. And we've also forgotten the value of doing the things that we set out to do. You get distracted, somebody laughs at you, you failed 5 times, you put too much money into that thing, you gave up. Most people at that stage, when they get presented with a situation like that, it's amazing what happens. Really, it's really amazing. And some people get 6 to 12 months, but they go beyond that. I've met a few people that are still living today that were diagnosed with cancer and was given a short time to live. I've spoken to a few of those people. They have a new lease on life. They see things differently. Now, Mary, I'm talking to you, Mary. Why would you wait? Again, some people do nothing, they become bitter. You have a choice. You can become better or you can become bitter. I'm sharing this with you because at that point, you have a choice to make. And it's amazing, it's really amazing what happens with the mind shift. We don't have to hit rock bottom to shift our minds and move in another direction. You don't have to do that. Why all of these things work out the way they do? There's a mystery behind why people change, why others don't change, and why some people make a decision in an instant moment and it alters the whole course of their life. Now, what if you thought to yourself right now, you don't have cancer, you're not going to the doctor, you're not doing any of these things. What if you thought right now, there are some things in your life that you want to accomplish or you want to break through? What if you can actually convince yourself in your mind that you only really had 6 to 12 months? What if your mind doesn't know the difference between a lie and truth? Your mind is extremely fascinating. Your mind doesn't know the difference between an actual event that's happening or something that you think might be happening in your mind. Your mind is extremely powerful. You don't have to wait to get a bad report to change. You don't have to. You can make a decision right here, right now, and alter your life. Just by simply thinking about certain things, asking yourself the right questions. What if you only had 6 to 12 months? How would that impact your life? Leave a comment, my friend. Subscribe. Support the mission. If you enjoyed this video, share it with somebody that you believe it might help. Santos Rolon Jr., straight out of Stockton. I'll see you at the top on the inside on my very next one. Making every day super fantastic, terrific, and over the top, my friend.